Hey y'all, welcome back to Movement Link. So I just want to give you some insight from the coach's perspective on when we start working with a new client, how quickly we can determine what level of people or what level, fitness level these people are on. First, the obvious thing, probably don't even need to mention it, is just kind of people's weight, what they look like, what kind of muscle definition you can have. You can kind of tell a lot about their recent training. You can also tell a lot about their nutrition and sleep, and you can just kind of tell about their lifestyle factors just from that real quick kind of stereotyping people. So that's not what this video is about. This video is more about what kind of level, kind of experience level people are on. And so experience level doesn't have to do completely with training age. In my opinion, experience level has to do a lot with technique. So maybe you've been working out for 15 years, but you've been doing everything in such a weird, wrong, I hate saying wrong, but inefficient way that your experience is actually not great. So experience isn't just how long you've been doing something. We get CrossFitters from other gyms. We get people who have worked out for years and years and years and years. They come in and their experience is actually pretty poor. So how do we identify who has really good experience, who has poor experience, and who and what kind of attention do we need to give people? It's very simple. It's how they do a squat, a push-up, and a jump. That's it. We talk about those three all the time, and what we know all the time is that it all stems from posture. So somebody who has this terrible posture as they're moving, we know their experience level isn't going to be as big. Someone who has a little something going on their squat, do push-ups in a certain way, all of this just gives the coach insight into their experience level. And honestly, the longer they've been training and the worse that technique is on the squat, push-up, and the jump, the harder that it is going to be to not only get through to this athlete kind of on a mental, emotional level, but it's going to be harder to break those old habits because that athlete is going to have to take a step back if they want to make those big jumps forward. And a lot of people, they've been working out for so long, they do not want to hear that they got to take a step back. But honestly, from the coach perspective, we know it has to happen if they want to keep going forward. Everyone that we get to take that step back, they jump so far forward, and the people who don't take that step back to kind of relearn some of the funkiness that's going on, they just get stuck at that plateau level over and over and over again. So what can you do if you're watching this video? Just pay attention to your technique and your form on your squat, your push-up, and the jump. And then just like we talked about on the channel, every other movement stems from your technique and your movement patterns in these three things. If I'm holding the barbell in a front rack position, here's my push-up as I create that torque into the ground. Here's my front rack position. So we shouldn't be doing front racks with our arms out there. If I see someone doing a front squat like this, I know they're going to do push-ups like this also. It's the same stuff. We see it over and over and over again. So how do we quickly identify who's really on what level? It's through technique, and it's through technique on the basic movements. So the best thing you can do for yourself, because it's not to impress me, it's to make sure that you're not someone who's heading just for this plateau that you're never going to get past. Make sure that those basic techniques are at an extremely high level. And especially if you've been working out for 10, 15 years, you have no excuse for your basic techniques to not be an extremely high level. They don't have to be perfect. We're always improving. I do a lot of stuff that I still need to improve on, but we should be trying to improve those basic techniques and then seeing how those basic techniques transfer. So check in. None of us are too big to go back to the basics and learn and develop those techniques. But if you're curious about how we can pick up on people's mobility, range of motion, fitness level very early on, it usually does not take very long. Usually we can do it watching someone warm up. And we can make those and we know where they are, and then that can help us coach them to whatever level they are. but it happens real fast because we can see a ton just on how you move your body and if these deeper things have sunk in or if you've just always been kind of at a superficial level. Hope that helps shed some light. Talk to y'all soon.